Hello. Hi, everyone. Here's Patrick. I'm the co-founder and the CEO of Quantum Foundation. I'm very happy to do the speech for Korean Blockchain Week. Yeah. Today, my speech is about the future of blockchain. So I think the future of blockchain is connect the real world. Okay, yeah. So I will give my speech in 4 parts. The first one is a very short summary of the public blockchain. The second one is the current problem of the blockchain project right now. The third one is about, I think, the future of blockchain is connect the real world. Yeah. The first one is about the quantum plane in 2020. Okay, so the first part is about a very short summary of the public blockchain project since 2019 to 2020 right now. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so the first one is about the Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is still like a currency. And right now, more and more people are using it as a storage of value. So it's not a digital cash anymore, but it's more like a digital gold. Yeah. So that's the first one about Bitcoin. The second one is about the Ethereum 2.0. So Ethereum 2.0 already, I think maybe 4 years right now. Yeah, I think finally this year, yeah, Ethereum is trying to switch to proof of stake. Yeah, so that's about the Ethereum 2.0. Also, the third one is about the cross-chain project. Yeah, I think a lot of people talked about the cross-chain project in the last 2 years, but still, yeah, I think the cross-chain project in very slow progress. Yeah, but also we are also seeing some exciting like progress in this blockchain industry, like some new consensus rules, like the AVA project. Yeah, they are using some new consensus that are different from the Nakamoto consensus. Yeah, also we are seeing a lot of progress in privacy area, like the privacy coin, like a green, and also like a Coda. Yeah, so they have some like a very exciting progress. Also, like we are seeing some innovation how to connect the real world resource. One of the example is about the Filecoin. Yeah, so Filecoin is finally like released this year, and they are using some like a time and space like a proof, yeah, to connect the real storage in the real world. Also, I think that by the end of this year, the project Dfinity, yeah, will release this year. Yeah, so this Dfinity, the vision is become the internet computer. Yeah, so I think that's like a short summary about the public blockchain since 2019 to 2020. Yeah. Also about the application part, since 2019 to 2020, we are seeing a lot of applications are growing quickly. Yeah, the first one is the DeFi. Yeah, I think a lot of people is talking about the DeFi. Also, the oracles, for example, like the Chainlink. Yeah, the oracles are taking a role to move the price data from like off-chain to on-chain. Yeah, so basically the Oracle are connecting the data in the real world to the blockchain world. Yeah. Also the third one is about all the DEX. There's a lot of liquidity mining and also like a Uniswap, the SushiSwap. There's a lot of swap. Yeah. So the new AMM algorithm are trying to find a new way to add a liquidity to the market. Yeah, and they are seeing a lot of progress in this area. Also, we are seeing like the USDT, all the stable coin. Yeah, their market share are growing quickly. Yeah. Also, there's a lot of wrapped Bitcoin, the WBTC and the TBTC. Yeah. Also, like there is a lot of layer 2 project are still growing this year. And personally, I think the layer 2 have a bright future because, for example, like a lot of layer 1 transaction is very expensive and also like a very crowd, yeah, and you need to wait a long time. But on the layer 2, it's like an instant and almost a free transaction, yeah. Also, there's like a privacy progress in this area since last year. Okay, so that's about the a very short summary about the tech part and also the application part of the blockchain projects since the last 2 years. Also, but the second topic is about what's the current problem of the blockchain project. I think there are two main problems. The first one is the on-chain problem. The second one is the off-chain problem. So what's the meaning of this? Yeah. So the on-chain problem is like still all the public blockchain, they have a lot of limitations on their TPS. Yeah, because they are because it's a totally decentralized network. So there is a lot of limitation on the transaction ability. Yeah. Also, another problem is about the you know, right now there's like a lot of DeFi tokens on the blockchain, but we didn't see many like real assets on blockchain except the USDT. Yeah, the USDT have some like a trust. People think like the USD coin have some dollar like as a backup. Yeah, but there's a lot of community on the project, so their tokens value have a very huge like a volatility. Yeah, so it's like the price changed a lot. Yeah, so I think the current problem is like it's a very single type of asset. It's just another token on all blockchain project, but we didn't see many like real assets on blockchain. So that's the two main problems of the on-chain problem. The off-chain problem is like we have Oracle right now. We can connect some simple data to a smart contract, but we cannot connect some very complex data or like some real like a resource like a computing power or like a storage power or like the bandwidth on blockchain. It's a huge challenge right now. So the on-chain problem is basically the layer 1 problem and the layer 2 problem, because the layer 1 have a lot of limitation. Yeah, and also the asset problem on blockchain is like most of the coin is like owned by the community, and their value or their trust is based on the community. And there's a lot of like leverage, you know, a lot of DeFi project, you are using some like you are deposit a coin A and you release another coin B, and then you deposit a coin B and you have another coin C. Yeah, so there's a lot of leverage in this market. Yeah, I think this have some similar. This is gonna have some similar efforts like in 2008, like the financial crisis. Yeah, in US. Yeah. So also there's other problems like the USDT coin, like the stable coin have a lot of legal problem. Yeah. So basically a lot of assets on blockchain today is like a full of speculation. Yeah. And we didn't see many real world assets. Some assets like the real estate or like the cars or like some real asset on blockchain. So I think that's a two big challenge. The first one, the blockchain itself have limited transaction TPS ability. Yeah. The second one is like the current asset on blockchain is very simple and didn't have very strong backup of the value and full of speculations. Yeah. So that's limited the potential of the whole blockchain industry. Yeah. So how can we solve this problem? Yeah. So yeah, I mentioned earlier, like you know, we can use Oracle like to connect the price data on to the smart contract. Yeah. So it's like a data feed, for the smart contract. So the smart contract can talk to the real world. But the simple data is only like a small part of the real world data. There's a lot of other real world resource not beyond the data. Yeah, like for example, on the internet, we have computing resource, we have the storage resource, we have the bandwidth resource, we have other assets like in the real world. So how can we measurable, or like how can we measure the resource and put it on blockchain? Yeah, I think that's a big challenge, and that seems very hard problem. Yeah, but for example, the Filecoin, they figure out a way to connect the real resource, the real storage resource on blockchain, so people can really use the resource in the real world and do some like storage, and the blockchain can connect the real world and the crypto world. Yeah, so I think that's a very good example. Yeah, and that's also the future of blockchain, like connect the real world. Yeah, because for the simple data, the Oracle can handle this, but for the very complex data, I think we are thinking like you can use some like a standard to measure the computing power, or like the bandwidth, or like the storage power, to have a unit standard, for all these kind of resource, and then you can put it on blockchain. I think by this way, we can expand the blockchain future, because by this way we can solve the physical limitation of all the blockchain project. Because for example, the Bitcoin, they have a lot of full nodes. The Ethereum, they have a lot of full nodes. But the physical situation of the full nodes have a lot of limitations, because maybe like for Ethereum, their full nodes is like a powerful computer, but it's not a cloud, or it's not a cluster. Yeah, so they still have a lot of limitation on the transactions they can handle. Yeah, but just imagine if we can figure out a way, we can put the Ethereum nodes on a cluster, or like on a much powerful like nodes, or much powerful like internet computer. Yeah, so by this way, we can break the limitation of the physical hardware. Yeah, so it's one of the direction to connect the real world resource to improve the whole blockchain industry. And also, if we can put more real world resource on blockchain, we will see more assets beyond the tokens, because some of the tokens, they may like represent like some computing power or some like storage power. So their value have some very strong backup. So in the bear market, they have some strong backup. It's like a listed company, a public listed company. They have revenue, they have profit. So the stocks can crash, but it's also still have some very strong support from the real world value. So I think that's one of the direction the whole blockchain industry should think about, like how to connect the real world more and put more like a real world assets on the blockchain world. Yeah, okay, the first part is about the quantum in 2020. So what we are doing for quantum in 2020? Yeah, the first one, we are building the quantum offline staking. Yeah, and we already released the quantum offline staking, and you can stake your quantum without like put your private key online. Yeah, so it's a very secure feature, and it's very important for the quantum stakers. Yeah, so they can keep their quantum in the cold wallet, but they can still get the interest from the network. Also, we are still building the quantum neutron. So it's a new virtual machine, can handle smart contract, like a stronger like ability to handle the smart contract, because you can use like a Rust or like a Python or C++ to write a smart contract in quantum neutron. Also, we released the white paper about the quantum phantom protocol. it's a privacy protocol. You can release a privacy token on the second layer of quantum. Also, we are building the quantum DeFi, and also there's a lot of community project on quantum too, like the Chi-Swap. I think they already have a testnet version, like the Uniswap on Ethereum. So the Chi-Swap, they have a version on quantum. I think they're gonna release very soon. Yeah. So there's also some other DeFi projects are building on quantum. So for Quantum 2020, we are also building some exciting features. Yeah, we want to make a quantum blockchain faster. Yeah, because right now the block time is like 2 minutes. So we are planning to speed up the quantum block time to 16 seconds. So we are doing the testing right now. So if quantum implement the 16-second blockchain, so it's gonna be as fast as Ethereum, but the quantum already improves proof of stake and like 100% compatible with the Ethereum virtual machine. So it's gonna be more user friendly and developer friendly for all the DeFi projects. Okay, that's my speech. Yeah, so thank you again for listening, and thank you for participate the Korean Blockchain Week. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, bye-bye.